Money can't buy happiness, but it's better to cry on a Mercedes than on a bicycle. Kendrick Perkins. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be financially free? To be your own boss and not have to worry about a 9-to-5 schedule? To live the high life and do what you want to do on your own terms? Maybe you're tired of living according to someone else's rules. Maybe you're nervous about what the future holds financially. Maybe you don't know if going to college and getting into debt is the best option for your financial future. Maybe you've even seen your parents struggle financially, and you don't want to experience that in your own adulthood. Whatever the motivation, you're probably enticed by the idea of entrepreneurship and the idea of having complete financial freedom. But how do you achieve this? You might have dreamed of these things, but you probably imagined that they would happen much later in life for you, or that you would have to wait until your 40s or 50s to start living large. It makes sense. Many of the entrepreneurs we see in mainstream media are of a certain age. They pounded the pavement in their youth, and then they reaped the rewards later in life. But this isn't so different from the typical narrative of the 9-to-5 job. You work hard your whole life so that you can maybe enjoy some freedom in your golden years. Retiring at 45 is really not that different from retiring at 65. You still have most of your youth behind you. Unfortunately, it seems like even entrepreneurship can leave you in the same hustle cycle as your parents' generation. Well, luckily for you, there might be a better way. You probably think that you won't be able to start your career until you graduate college, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Even as a teen, you can get a head start on your career and start working toward the financially free high life you've always dreamed of. If you start now, you will be well on your way to retiring early and enjoying the freedom that financial stability can offer you. Through this early start on your journey to entrepreneurship, you could become financially free much earlier in life and actually get to enjoy your youth without the constant grind of a 9-to-5. There are many businesses you could start, even while you're still in school. In fact, being a teenager is one of the best stages of life to start a business in. You are relatively financially secure. You have plenty of free time, and you have the drive. Plus, the earlier you start, the earlier you can reap the rewards. You might also have access to untapped opportunities and markets that the adults in your life simply don't. You likely have a stronger connection with youth culture, social media, and the general pulse of the times than adults around you do, and thus, you present a unique and potentially lucrative perspective in the world of business. In short, you're in prime time to get into entrepreneurship. It's all up to you and whether you are able to go out and take it. In this book, I will be showing you the ins and outs of starting a business as a teen. As a former youth entrepreneur myself, I know all about how to use your teen perspective to your advantage and start cornering markets as soon as possible. The book will be organized into 8 chapters that will each deal with a different aspect of the entrepreneurial process. They are all designed to walk you through it in the simplest way possible. In the first chapter, I will explain how to gain a solid foundation of financial skills to ensure that you know how to handle your money before you start making it. In the second chapter, I will talk about how important it is to do what you love when trying to earn money as an entrepreneur. Then, in the subsequent chapter, I will talk about how it is equally important to play to your skills and start a business based on what you're good at. After that, I will move on to talking about what your niche is in entrepreneurship and how to find and access that demographic. Then, Chapter 5 will get into the meat of things, how to actually start your business in the real world. Chapter 6 will then discuss the importance of personal growth and working on yourself throughout the whole entrepreneurship process.